Hello and good evening, folks. We are here with another Friday night doubleheader. Tonight we are in Chicago, Illinois at Lakeside Medical Arena. It's the Chicago Lakers welcome in their division foes, the Minnesota Norse. As we're winding down the first month of the season here, Minnesota currently in a playoff spot. Chicago trying to chase Minnesota down for that final playoff spot in the America Division. Chicago wins the opening draw. They'll bring it in and then be bumped off the puck there. Branislav Burry over to Cody. Cody over to Albrechtsen. Albrechtsen feeds it over to Nikola. It's deflected. Will come to the near boards. Nikola in front to Burry. One-timer gets deflected high. Not even anywhere near the net. Cody! Shot goes over the net. Another deflection in front. Draper will have it. He'll go out front to Abitangelo. Abitangelo tries to skate away from behind his net. He'll get it up to Kovalchuk. Now Pekkanen. Pekkanen dumps in. First one back on it is Nikola. He'll try to kick it free. It'll come to Albrechtsen. Albrechtsen up ice to Cody. Over to Burry. Burry gets it knocked off his stick there. Burry now in. And it'll be gloved by Hawk and he'll hold right there. So as we enter tonight's action, Minnesota with a win here tonight would jump back into first place in the America Division. They had fallen quite a bit, and now they've won 5 of their last 6 here. Chris Rain, it comes on net, and Hawk will hold right there. Their lone loss in those last 6, though, came to this Chicago Lakers team at home just a few nights ago. Tumanen in front, it gets knocked away. Mills up to Metz. Alexander Metz across the blue line. Tries to get it to the middle, and we're going to have a fight here. Konstantinov now will square off against Gross as Mirko Gross takes offense to the hit on Metz. And Konstantinov now, he was ready for it. Gross with a good uppercut there. Gross with another good shot. Back over the top. And Mirko Gross able to knock down Konstantinov, and he'll skate away with the win. So he challenges the defenseman and comes away with the win there. We're now ready for the action here. I believe the faceoff will come inside the Minnesota zone. Havlicek against Rain here. 17-24. Puck will be loose, and it's going to be a penalty here on Minnesota. So a slash in the midst of that sort of pile up there. So their 2 top defensemen actually for Minnesota both will sit in the box here. So a great opportunity for the Lakers. Didn't really see anything there, but the official might have had a better angle than our camera there to catch that slash. So now Chicago goes on the power play, 17-20 left here in the first. Still scoreless. Chicago looking to get the icebreaker. Slap shot is denied there. Bjornsson now, he'll get it off the glass and out. Puck travels all the way to the other end, and now Benedict will skate up with it. Alex Benedict up to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk to the red line, over to Mills. Alex Mills stops, feeds it over to Benedict. Down low, Ellis denied by Salo, and he'll hold right there. Ellis now will face off against Gavrilchuk. Ellis wins it back. One-timer! Oh, and denied there by Salo with a glove. So Semyon Kovalchuk able to get free for that great one-timer he has. And this one is denied by Salo. Ellis now will face off against Gavrilchuk. Face-off will be won by Ramaker, or 1-2 Ramakers, I should say, and it'll be flipped all the way down ice. First one back on it is Benedict. He'll skate up ice, get it over to Draper, now to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk will enter the zone. Has Ellis going to the net. Cuts to the middle. Kovalchuk shot doesn't get through. Ellis to the point. Benedict blocked in front again. Bjornsson now to Albrechtsen. Albrechtsen across. Dumps it in from just outside the blue line. Benedict will have it. He'll get it up ice to Deontay Ellis. Ellis across the blue line being watched by Ramakers. Shot right into the midsection of Salo, and he'll hold right there. So exactly 4 minutes gone here. In the first period, we still sit scoreless. Minnesota again with an opportunity to jump into first place here. Chicago would jump into third place. with at least 2 points here today. Minnesota would need all 3 points today to jump ahead of Detroit. Benedict now for Chicago will skate up. He'll go cross ice. Pekkanen be bumped off the puck there. Gavrikchuk stays with him, and now Draper has it for Chicago to Havlicek. He'll go a little sort of behind the backhand to Pekkanen, and Pekkanen gets bumped off the puck, and that will do it for the power play there. So Minnesota able to kill off that first penalty here to Henrik Nikola. So we return to the 5-on-5 action here. Havlicek now enters the zone for Chicago. He'll be bumped off the puck. Bjornsson, and then trip there. Havlicek going to be guilty of a trip here. Puck is knocked back into the Minnesota zone. Tuominen on it. Tuominen hit hard there by Pekkanen, and he'll touch right there. So now Matthias Havlicek. With a trip there on Tuominen, just trying to reach in on the puck. And sends the forward to the ice. So now Minnesota, right after killing a penalty, now is an opportunity here. 14:34 in the first period. Face-off won by Mills. Petrovic will be on it, and he'll be able to get it out. Liko Petrovic, the big defenseman, able to clear there. Kovachenko back on it for Minnesota. He'll go off the boards, turned over at neutral's ice. Now Bronislav Bure with some speed. Bure over to the far boards to Cody. Gets the trail of Bjornsson, and the shot doesn't get through. Mills will have it for Chicago, and he'll be able to get it out. 30 seconds gone here on the power play. Bjornsson collects, and now looks to gain some speed. Cody hit hard there by Mills. Slavic will have it. He'll retreat for a bit and then flip it all the way down. Kovachenko gets it with a skate, and he'll look to get it up ice. Cody now to Bure. Bure looking to go with some speed along those far boards. Hit hard there by Slavic. Puck comes all the way down to the corner to Jace McNaughton. Up high to Bjornsson. Over to Kovachenko. Down to Cody. McNaughton at the side of the net. In front, Bure denied by Hawk. Cody now with a chance. Shot doesn't get through. McNaughton will go behind the net. Bure over skates it. Now retrieves it. Cody in front to Kovachenko. Shot was blocked by Petrovic. 30 seconds left here on the power play. Great pressure there by Minnesota. A way to get in the lanes for Chicago. Boostman now with the takeaway. David Boothman tries to fish it to the front of the net, and he can't, but he'll keep possession. And now Chris Rain will take it away with just 10 seconds left here on the power play. Langenberg with it, up to Rain. Chris Rain in alone. Shot is denied there by Hawk. Power play is over. Langenberg back to Tuominen. Tuominen. Chris Rain, in front, and Hawk able to snuff that one out. Great opportunity for Chris Rain, and Ben Hawk up to the challenge there. Havlicek denied, and then he couldn't get the rebound. It's Bjornsson knocked him off the puck. Langenberg trying to get around Slavic. He'll be watched there by the defenseman. Flips it behind the net. Goes wide of Rain. Tuominen will have it. He'll go up high to Ramakers. Ramakers hit by Pekkanen. Now back to Tuominen. Tuominen to the front to Langenberg. Shot denied by Hawk. He'll get a glove on that and then kick it out. Chris Rain going to be guilty of a slash on Marko Slavic there. So a slash there, gets the call, and now Minnesota will have to kill off another Chicago power play. 11:17 left here in the first. Ellis able to win the draw, gets it back to Benedict. Now Gross at the side of the cage. Draper from up high, and that drive gets blocked down in front. Kept in the zone by Benedict. Over to Kovalchuk, blockered away, and Gross couldn't get a skate on or stick on that to get the rebound through. Albrechtsen will take that one away from Benedict, and he'll flip it all the way down. First one back on it is Draper. He'll look to skate it up ice. He'll get it up to Ellis. Now to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk across the blue line. Continues to drag. Puck is loose in front, and he's denied there. Good opportunity for Semyon Kovalchuk with a power move to the front. Gavrikchuk tries to get it free, and he can't. But now Albrechtsen for Minnesota will skate onto it. He'll get just inside the zone and then flip it in as we're just over a minute left here on the power play. Ellis now with speed has Kovalchuk. They got a 2-on-1 here. Feeds it back to Draper. Kovalchuk now behind the net. Up high to Benedict. Turned over. Petya Gavrikchuk will come across the blue line and flip it, and Ellis will pick it off. Over halfway through this first period here, Dalton able to knock down Kovalchuk. Unable to clear it, though. Now Gavrikchuk will skate it out of the zone. He'll retreat for about a step and then get it out. Draper to Gross with 15 seconds left here on the power play. Up to Ellis. Ellis stopped up there at the red line. It'll come back to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk will look to enter. Over to Gross. Gross over to Ellis. He's denied by Salo. Puck hops over the cage, and that'll do it for the power play here, but still in the Minnesota end. Kovalchuk to Gross. Shot gets blocked. Gross with another chance, and that one's denied again. Rain bottled up inside his own zone. Ellis with the takeaway. Kovalchuk in front, denied by Salo. And they'll keep the play going. Great opportunity again for the Lakers. Unable to beat Eddie Salo to this point. Draper being watched by Rain. Draper will get it over to Smirnotov. Alex Smirnotov tries to drag through. It'll come to the skate of Shero. Shero tries to flip it back. Smirnotov with it. Puck pass is deflected all the way to the far boards. Seraphin Cody now. He'll go cross ice to Cesaro. Cesaro shot doesn't get through. Puck is loose in front. Cody denied by Hawk. And Cody pounded into the net by Liko Petrovic. So he's just trying to stand in front of the cage there, hoping for a rebound. And Petrovic buries him. Face-off now between Sokolov and Cody. Fourth line out for Chicago against the top line for Minnesota. Chicago dominating in the dot so far, and they win that one as well. 9-2, the discrepancy there. And now puck goes wide. There, Shero trying to feed it to Swisher. Trying to make sure he was onside. He actually misses the puck in all that effort. And then a takeaway. Sokolov to the front of the net. Denied by Salo. Great opportunity for Sokolov. Swisher. Shot gets blocked in front. And now Cody will try to take it away. 6.5 minutes left here in the first. Skov with the takeaway. He'll get it over to Shero. Up to Sokolov. Sokolov through. Vissarion Sokolov denied by Salo. Eddie Salo with a great save there on the centerman. Sokolov with a great keep. Down low to Benedict. He's too deep. Unable to get it on the net. Langenberg now still in his own zone. Puck is loose there. Benedict and Langenberg fight for it. Comes up high to Swisher. Swisher will walk down the wall. Get it over to Sokolov. To Swisher. On the backhand. Couldn't do anything with it. Milos Kovac now. He'll be hit hard there by Slavic. They'll press Slavic to the boards then, and then he'll go deeper in the Chicago zone. Christian Skov will skate away with it. To Slavic. Kovachenko tried to get it taken away. David Boothman now. To Benedict. Benedict tried to flip it back to Skov. Kick save there by Salo. Benedict now with it. And the one-timer is denied there. Nikola now up to McNaughton. McNaughton with Tuominen in tow. McNaughton now again. Shot gets blocked in front again. McNaughton with another chance. Now Rain. That will be gloved by Hawk. Great angle there by Ben Hawk. Taking away that far post and being ready to react to that short side. And he does so with the glove to deny Chris Rain the opportunity. 3:36 left here. Second line out for Minnesota. Third for Chicago. Havlicek wins the draw. Kicks it back to Smirnotov. Smirnotov up to Boothman. He'll be hit hard there just inside the blue line. McNaughton over to Nikola. And they'll continue to battle for it in that high slot area. Now Tuominen away. He's bottled up. Konstantinov goes cross ice. Chris Rain over to McNaughton. McNaughton down low to Rain. Across. Oh, and Nikola is robbed by Ben Hawk. What a save by the Chicago goaltender there. They've had about 3 opportunities where it's looked on that backside play. They've been wide open, and this one again denied by Ben Hawk. Gross wins the draw, gets it over to Mills. Now Petrovic will have it. A lot of playing time here for Liko Petrovic. Mirko Gross continues. He'll be bumped off the puck by Gavrilchuk. Nikola with it. Stopped up in front of his own net. Now it goes behind. Nikola over to Konstantinov. Under 2 minutes now left here in the first period. Still scoreless between Minnesota and Chicago here from Lakeside Medical Arena. Ricky Ramsey across for Minnesota. Tries to flip it to the front. Cesaro gets it bumped off his stick. Boothman will have it now. He'll retreat and now carry up ice to Mills. Alex Mills carrying in. Hit there by Ramsey. Now Gavrilchuk looking to skate away. He's in 1-on-4 at the moment. Now gets some backup with Ramakers. And Gavrilchuk does it all on his own. So Petya Gavrilchuk with a great effort there. Able to get around the defense. Comes in 1-on-4. Able to get to the front of the net and bury it past Ben Hawk. As we're under a minute left here in the first period. And it'll be Petya Gavrilchuk with the goal here. The icebreaker tonight. Pekkanen now across the line, looking to get things tied before the end of the period. Pekkanen shot doesn't get through. Kovalchuk with a chance. Pekkanen to Ellis. Denied by Salo, and he'll cover that one. 17 seconds left here in the period. Face off now. It'll be Ellis against Cody. Top line against top line. And Ellis wins it back to Draper. One-timer. And it's denied in front. Albrechtsen gets it up to Cody. Cody continues to carry. It'll come down to Draper. And that will sound the horn there, as that is the end of the first period here from Chicago. So a very tight, very well goaltended first period here, with Petya Gavrikchuk the only marker of that first period, with less than a minute left in that first frame there. So we'll take our first intermission. We'll join you folks right back here at Lakeside Medical Arena here in Chicago, back after this. Hello and welcome back. We are here at Lakeside Medical Arena in Chicago, Illinois. It's the Lakers and Norse get ready to do battle here once again. As we start the middle frame, Minnesota with a 1-0 lead on the last-minute goal by Petya Gavrikchuk, his third of the season. Burry now down low. Gets kicked wide by Hawk. Draper now with it. He'll flip it up ice. It'll be Kovalchuk. Up ice to Pekkanen. Loses it there in the neutral zone. Cody then will lose it. It'll be Ellis finally able to gain control of it. Then he'll lose it right there at the blue line. Albrechtsen retreats in his own zone. Goes cross ice to Nikola. Now to Konstantinov. Cody looking to get it up ice. He'll be bumped there right at the Minnesota bench. Over to Burre. Saw Burre with it. Puck comes all the way back to Konstantinov to Nikola. Now Albrechtsen tipped in front. And it goes wide. Burre with a great tip in front. Shot by Burre goes wide. Pekkanen now on it. He'll be watched by Albrechtsen. Flipped in front to Abitangelo. Abitangelo will go up ice to Ellis. Ellis across the line. Ellis with a good drag through. Ellis to the front. Denied. Kovalchuk now at the side of the cage, and he's denied as well by Eddie Salo. A great move there by the Chicago captain, Deontay Ellis. But he's unable to poke it through and get it by Eddie Salo. Face off now. It'll be Rain against Gross here. Rain able to win it back. Bjornsson with it. He'll go up to Tuominen. Tuominen hit hard there at the blue line. Puck is in deep. Slavik pressed to the boards there. Slavik will kick it free. It'll come to Mirko Gross. Gross with it. He'll get it up ice to Mills. Mills over to Skov. Skov up ice to Gross. Mirko Gross over to David Boothman. Shot denied there. And Bjornsson able to get it away from danger for a second. Came right back into that blue paint. Now Minnesota carries it away. 3.5 minutes gone here in the second period. 1-0 in favor of the Norse here on the road. Skov will just force it on net to Hawk so we can get the whistle and get the cover up there. Petya Gavrikchuk with his fourth goal on the early campaign. Pretty good total with 6 points as well for a fourth line centerman. Doing a great job for Minnesota here in the early part of this season. Boothman now will get it up ice. It'll be Gross. Gross loses it at the blue line, but he's able to regain control and then tries to flip it back, and Langenberg will intercept. Langenberg hit hard there against the boards by Slavik. Boothman with it. David Boothman turns. Good stretch pass, but it'll be intercepted. Sikora flips it back to Bjornsson before entering the zone. Langenberg now. He'll enter the zone. Langenberg tried to feed it over to Bjornsson, and it was intercepted. Sherrill with it. Lyle Sherrill to the center. Boothman down low. He's denied by Salo. In front, Sherrill. Oh, and a glove stopped by Eddie Salo. Great opportunity there. Boothman and Sherrill, both setting each other up and both denied by the Minnesota goaltender. 14:42 left here in the second period. We still say 1-0 in favor of the road team on the scoreboard tonight. Ramaker's now across the red line. He'll be tripped. So penalty coming, and there's the touch-up by Kovalchuk. So a trip here. Didn't see who it was on. It will be on Tyrone Draper. So he'll take a seat. The assistant captain for the Lakers. So now Minnesota with a great opportunity. Already leading 1-0. Just under 6 minutes gone here in the second period. One-timer denied there by Hawk. Slavik will have it. He'll be able to get it all the way up ice And out for Chicago. Nikola will have it. He'll get it up to Bure. Branislav Bure. Bure across the blue line. Bure continues to carry. Now McNaughton with it. Oh, and a good toe save twice by Hawk. First one on McNaughton and then the rebound on Bure. I was really convinced Bure was going to just flip that one home, but he's denied. Ben Hawk. You know, he's given up a goal already tonight, and who knows what the rest of the night looks like, but he has looked very good here to start this game. McNaughton flips it back. Now Cody with it. Cody to the middle to Bure. Blockered away by Hawk. Puck is loose, and then a trip there. So Seraphin Cody's going to be guilty of a trip. I believe on Smirnatov. So we'll have just under a minute of 4-on-4 time. And then we'll head to a Chicago power play. So Rain against Ellis here now in the dot. And it'll be one back. Abatangelo down. A stick save there by Salo. Sikora gets it up ice to Bure. Branislav Bure up to Rain. Rain will have it stick to side, and Gross will pick it up right there at the Minnesota bench. Puck will get sent in deep. It'll be Albrechtsen behind the net. Tried to feed it in front to Kovachenko, and he's blocked off. Kovachenko now in the corner. Tries to kick it over to Albrechtsen. Puck is still being tied up there. Albrechtsen now skates away, gets it up high to Nikola, to Sikora, to Kovachenko. Shot gets blocked in front. Albrechtsen tried to get on top of that. Couldn't, and now it'll be a power play for Chicago here. Mirko Gross across the blue line. Being watched there, and now Nikola will take it away off the hit from Sikora. 8 minutes gone here in the second period. 40 seconds left on the power play for Chicago. Semyon Kovalchuk up to Gross, over to Benedict. Alex Benedict gets it sticked away. And puck is loose there. And now Benedict over to Ellis. Ellis across the blue line. He'll get it over to Kovalchuk, down low, Gross. He scores! So on the power play, it'll be Mirko Gross. For Chicago, a great setup there by Kovalchuk and Ellis. And they're able to get on the board here. Just under halfway through this game, we sit tied 1-1. A great goaltending performance here so far. See what the rest of the game has in store. Rain tries to drive down the middle, and it gets sticked away. Puck knocked off the stick of Sokolov. Still loose there at the far boards. Sherrill behind the net. In front, denied there. Swisher with a great chance. Sherrill shoots it wide. Sikora now with it. He'll be pressed there by Sokolov. Sikora tries to kick it free. Tumanen. Sokolov kicks it out. And now Sokolov over to Sherrill. Good pressure from this fourth line. Oh, and a stick save goes up and out of play. That fourth line with great pressure. And they'll go to their third line now against the Minnesota second line. Havlicek able to win it back. Abatangelo to Benedict. Benedict's shot goes wide. Salo will get a glove on that, though, and hold it there. Face-off coming between Rain and Havlicek. Rain wins it back to Sikora. Sikora goes cross-ice. McNaughton hit hard there. Puck is loose there, and now McNaughton's still with it. It'll come to Abatangelo, up to Benedict. Benedict gets bumped off the puck. Ivari Tumanen now. Tumanen up to Bjornsson. Bjornsson loses it there in the neutral zone, regathers, and now gets it up to Tumanen, who will lose it right there at the blue line. Havlicek turns in his own zone, goes cross-ice to Benedict, to the middle to Boothman. Boothman trying to get out of the zone, and Tumanen intercepts. Puck is loose there near the penalty box area. And now Bjornsson will have it. He'll get it up to Ramsey. Ramsey gets it poked away as he tried to enter the zone. Sikora, he'll turn it over. David Boothman down to Benedict. Benedict in. Backhand scores! So it's Alex Benedict this time. A bad turnover at their own blue line by Minnesota. And just like that, the Lakers find themselves up 2-1. 8.5 left here in the second period. Great play by David Boothman to get it to Benedict in a wide open spot. Just sort of puts it to an area. Benedict skates under it and is able to get the backhand past Eddie Salo. So 8 minutes now left here in the second. 2 goals here in the period for Chicago. Minnesota looking for this one, and they do! They get the answer! That fourth line again. This time it is Gabriel Chazaro. So that fourth line with two great opportunities. This one put away by Gabriel Chazaro. Set up by Gavrilchuk and Nikola. Nikola tries to feed it over. It'll be Ramsey. Ramsey will enter the zone and he'll flip in deep. Slavic with it behind the net. He's pressed there by Chazaro. Kick to the opposite corner and Ska will have it. So we sit 2-2 here. 7 minutes left here in the second. Nikola crossed to Pekkanen, denied. Oh, and on the rebound, Ellis couldn't tuck it away. Puck is loose in front. Nikola able to get it away for Minnesota. Ricky Ramsey retreats, goes cross ice to Konstantinov, now up to Gavrilchuk. Gavrilchuk tries to drag through, gets it back to Konstantinov. Shot gets blocked in front. Ska will have it, and that'll be a slash penalty here, I believe, on Langenberg. Kovalchuk feeds it back to Ellis. Pekkanen down low, glove by Salo, and he'll hold right there for the penalty call. Oh, it's a trip, excuse me. It is on Langenberg, but a trip on the finish forward. So now face-off coming to the right of Eddie Salo. Chicago scoring on their last power play. Mirko Gross the one able to put it away. See if they can repeat that here on this power play. 6:05 left here in the second. Puck sent all the way down. Abbatangelo now to Mills. Over to Havlicek. Havlicek will continue to skate in. He'll lose the puck just outside the zone, and Abbatangelo tried to bring it in, but it will be offside on Chicago. Face off now, Pekkanen against Kovachenko. Puck will be skipped all the way back to Abbatangelo. Now up to Mills. Mills turns it over to Kovachenko at the red line. Now Konstantinov being watched there. Konstantinov will lose it outside his own zone. Will retreat into the neutral zone, give it over to Ramakers. Now to Kovachenko, who will enter. Kovachenko puts on the brakes, tries to get to the middle. It's knocked away by Skov. And now Chicago with a bit of a 2-on-1. Ramakers trying to get back in position. Gross in front, kicked away. And Pekkanen couldn't get a rebound on net. Skov now, blocker saved by Salo. Konstantinov will have it in the corner. He'll kick it free to Ramakers. Ramakers under 5 minutes left here in the second. Chazaro now with it. He'll go to Kovachenko on the near boards. Kovachenko being watched by Abbatangelo. Chazaro with a chance. It goes wide. Kovachenko on it. Skates away from Abbatangelo and Mills. Kovachenko still with it, being watched there by Abbatangelo. Kovachenko to the front. Oh, and denied. Chazaro had a great opportunity set up by Nershan Kovachenko. Great strength. Nikola now with it. Henrik Nikola goes up ice. And it'll be all the way down, and that will do it for the power play there as Langenberg returns. Ellis with some speed. Still looking to go on the attack, even though we're back to 5-on-5. Ellis goes across to Abbatangelo. Knocked off the puck. Bjornsson up to Albrechtsen. Albrechtsen across the blue line, excuse me. Puck will exit the zone. And now a breakaway. Havlicek has a step on Albrechtsen. And Nikola, oh, and a great back check there. I think Henrik Nikola is the one that got a stick on it to deny that opportunity for Matthias Havlicek. Chris Rain with it. He'll go cross ice. Tuominen tried to feed it down low to Albrechtsen, and puck will be cleared. Nikola with it. Albrechtsen now across the line over to Rain. Rain with some room. He'll lose the puck there to Tuominen. Under 2.5 minutes left here in the second. Tied at 2. Christian Skov with it. He'll skate up ice, get it over to Boothman. David Boothman across the blue line, gets it sticked away for a second. Shot blocked away, goes wide. And now in front, Boothman denied there. It'll go behind the Minnesota net. Tuominen will have it. Get it over to Cody. Cody hit there by Boothman. Boothman behind the net. Gets in front to Benedict, and he'll be denied by Salo. So great opportunity set up there again. David Boothman and this Laker team trying to get back on the board to get that lead right back. Face off one, back to Smirnatov. He'll get it to Shero. Shero still in that high slot. Shot gets blocked and it'll go way wide of the cage. Konstantinov approaching a minute left here in the second. Tied at 2. 2 Chicago Laker goals here in the second by Gross on the power play and Alex Benedict, and then answered quickly by Gabriel Chazaro. So the fourth line for Minnesota with both goals so far here tonight. 38 seconds left here in the second period. On a great Friday night of PIHANA hockey. Face off now to the right of Hawk. Cody will win it back. Bjornsson over to Sikora, now to Burry. Albrechtsen in the high slot gets it sticked away. Liko Petrovic will get it up to Swisher. And now Chicago enters the zone. Sherrill tried to feed it down in front, and it was denied there. 6 seconds left. Cody on the rush. Looking to get something in the last seconds. Has Albrechtsen going to the net. Bure gets exploded there by Vasari and Sokolov, and the puck will be cleared, and that will do it for the end of the second period. So great game here so far. We sit 2-2. So we head to the third period. We'll take our second intermission. Be back with you for the start of the third period from Chicago. All right, folks, I am Let's Talk ready with you here for the third period of a great Friday night matchup between the Chicago Lakers and the visiting Minnesota Norse. Puck has been dropped. We are ready for this third and final period. All square, 2 apiece. Goals for Minnesota by Gavrchuk and Cesaro. So the fourth line coming through on both occasions. Chicago's 2 goals. Mirko Gross on the power play and Alex Benedict on a great backhand breakaway play there, and now in front they score. It'll be Deontay Ellis in tight, gets the rebound off the Pekkanen shot, and he stuffs it past Eddie Salo in the first minute here. So now the top line for Chicago doing great work. So it'll be Deontay Ellis, assisted by Pekkanen and Draper there. Pekkanen now over to Ellis. He'll look to enter, being watched by Konstantinov. Kovalchuk in front. Puck is loose. And it does. It crosses the goal line. So it hits off the shoulder. It looks like they're going to say Konstantinov poked it in himself. But it went off the shoulder of Eddie Salo, hopped up in the air. And yep, they are going to say Konstantinov forced it in. So Kovalchuk will get that goal unassisted on the play. So just like that, in the first minute and a half, Minnesota now finds themselves trailing by 2 on the road here in Chicago. Bure in front, off the post. Oh, Bronislav Bure with a great chance. And it's denied by the iron. Ellis will flip in. It'll be Nikola. What a start to the third period here for Chicago. 2 top line goes. And now Kovalchuk looking for another one. This one's denied. Konstantinov will take it away. He scores! Semyon Kovalchuk takes the puck away from Dmitry Konstantinov and buries it past Eddie Salo. So just like that, wow, what a turn of events here in Chicago. We were sitting 2-2, and in just over 2.5 minutes, Chicago has made this game almost non-competitive. Boosman now with the takeaway, and all from that top line for Chicago. And you talk about missed opportunities. Bure with a great chance, clangs it off the post. And on the next possession down, Chicago makes it a 5-2 game. Nikola now with it. A look to get it up ice. Minnesota needs something here, as this period has just been turned on its head. After entering it with a tie score, McNaughton shot gets blocked to the corner. Now McNaughton up high. They'll get it over to Bjornsson. They do have the extra attacker on. So it will be a power play here. McNaughton in front, or excuse me, Tuominen in front. And it was touched up by Chicago. So they're going to call a charge on Alex Mills. Be a minor here. 3.5 minutes gone. It's the big hit there on Henrik Nikola. So now Rain against Gross. Rain wins it back. Kovachenko back to Bjornsson. Slap shot. Oh, and that might have gone off the post too. And they're going to get the goal. So that one also forced in an own goal. This one, Liko Petrovic this time. And they're going to give Chris Rain the credit on the power play goal. Oh, now Chicago's on a power play, so I'm not sure what the call there was. Cesaro with it. Cesaro flip it back to Sikora, up to Dalton. Dalton shot, kicked away. So now Minnesota shorthanded. We now find ourselves sitting 5-3. What a crazy first 5 minutes this has been here from Chicago. Score up high to Dalton. Cesaro shot. Not really on net at all. Abatangelo pressed to the boards there by Cesaro. Puck is loose. And Gross will be tripped up by Cesaro, so they'll go 5-on-3 here. Once Minnesota touches it up, or if they can score here. Skov to Ellis. Try to feed it across to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk will be the first one there. Slavic on. Ellis tries to feed it through. Gross on the backhand, denied. Kovalchuk behind the net, flips it up high to Abatangelo. Now Ellis at the wing. Ellis. Shot will go up and out of play, and we will get the penalty call here. A trip on Gabriel Cesaro. So this game was so well goaltended through the first 40 minutes. And this third period has basically put all of that in the toilet. Eddie Salo giving up 3 goals, I believe, on 4, maybe 5 shots in that first swell that came for the Lakers. And they score again. It is Alex Benedict, his second of the game. Holy cow, the way this is going, we might just be 10-8 by the end of this game. Holy cow, what a third period display by the Lakers thus far. And they're going to continue on the power play. Benedict with the power play goal there. Havlicek now in, across the line. He'll now get it deflected out. Mills looking to come in. It'll be Pekkanen with Havlicek, 2-on-1. Havlicek gets it sticked away. Pekkanen now. Blocker save there by Salo. Bjornsson with it behind the net. Havlicek tries to come out in front. Havlicek shoots it just wide. Mills will have it in the corner. He'll try to skate out from the goal line, get it up to Kovalchuk, to Havlicek. And now Nikola will take away, give it over to Langenberg, and Langenberg gets it poked away by Draper. Draper over to Benedict. Benedict up ice to Pekkanen. Volke Pekkanen loses it there. Gavrilchuk to Bjornsson. Thomas Bjornsson stops. Loses the puck there. It'll be Benedict on it. Benedict, the goal scorer moments ago. This has also been a very sloppy third period. We've had penalties galore, especially on the Minnesota side. And 2 own goals as well. So not exactly like it's been a pretty 6-3 score here. 7 minutes gone here in the third period. Mills through. Ellis down low to Kovalchuk, denied. Salo will get a glove on that. And it just kind of goes to show, if you don't come with that great energy and that focus, you're in for a hurting. And right now, that's what Minnesota's going. They thought they had things maybe not under control, but things were steady. And just like, what a shot there by Skov. He buries it past Eddie Salo over that right shoulder. And it would not surprise me if they go to Blase Matejka here. Eddie Salo has been ineffective here in this third period. Can't tell on the bench. I believe that's Matejka still on the bench, but we'll see once we go down to the other end. Bure with it. Bure turns, tries to get it to the middle and stick it away. Pekkanen with it. Gets it up to Ellis. Ellis will flip in. It is Blase Matejka in there, so Eddie Salo replaced here in the third period. Wow, what a turn of events here. Chicago now steadily in control. Cody gets it up to Bure. 8 minutes gone here in the third. Minnesota desperately needing anything to go their way because this third period has been a disaster. Ellis now with speed. Gets around Dalton. Oh, but Dalton with a great back check. Sticks it away from Ellis. It goes to the end boards. Now comes screen. Cody. Hit delivered there by Slavic. Pekkanen in front. Unable to get a shot on net. Ramakers over to Dalton. Jason Dalton up ice to Bure. Bure will get bumped off the puck. Lyle Sherrill with it. He'll turn. Now get it up ice to Ellis. Ellis tries to drag through. Ellis will still have it behind the net. Ellis in front. Unable to get a shot away with Sherrill. Sherrill will now kick it down. Sherrill shot gets blocked. Ramakers now for Minnesota. Halfway through this third period in Chicago. Chicago dominating this third period and now find themselves leading 7-3. This win for Chicago would get them ahead of New York for that third place spot, and especially with a win over Minnesota, get them a lot closer to closing that gap with Minnesota. Swisher now in, being watched by Ramakers, and Ramakers able to get back in front and get the block. Swisher then denied by Matejka. Benedict in front. It'll be turned over. Tuominen. Vari Tuominen goes cross-ice to McNaughton. McNaughton sticked away for a second. Puck is still loose there, and Rain will flip it to the corner. McNaughton the first one on it. Rain trying to dig it out there with Abatangelo watching, and now Boothman will skate away. David Boothman across the red line, gets it over to Sokolov. Sokolov stops, feeds it over to Draper. Draper on the backhand, can't get anything there. Dalton now up to Gavrochuk. Gavrochuk across the blue line. Continues with it. He'll be hit hard there. Konstantinov now on it. Back to Dalton. Cross over to Tumanen. Cesaro denied there by Hawk. It looks like we do have an injured Norse headed to the bench there. Konstantinov with the poke check there. It will be Gavrochuk, first goal scorer for Minnesota, heading to the bench. Albrechtsen off the stretch pass from Konstantinov. He'll feed it back to Konstantinov. Shots blocked. Puck is loose. And it will be taken away by Chicago. 6.5 minutes left here in the third period. Pretty continuous action here. Draper now over to Boothman. Boothman shot gets blocked, and Langenberg will take it away. Kovachenko with it. He'll flip in, and that one will go out of play, so we'll get a face-off outside the Chicago zone. So yes, Gavrochuk there, one hurt down there in the Chicago zone. Very, very slow to get up, and he is, with the assistance of a trainer, headed back to the dressing room. 6:07 left here in the third period. Smirnitov with it. He'll get it over to Petrovic. Now up to Havlicek. Here's Havlicek. Sticked away there. Langenberg up to Kovac. Kovac in. Feeds it back. Kovachenko denied. Langenberg denied by Hawk. Great opportunity for this third line from Minnesota. Benedict being watched by Nikola. Benedict gets around Nikola and then turns it over to Langenberg. Langenberg over to Kovachenko. Nersan Kovachenko stops. Nikola with a slap shot blockered away. Konstantinov kept it in for a second and then it exits the zone. Ellis there with it at his own blue line. Now gets it up to Pekkanen. Pekkanen tried to feed it into Kovac and it was denied. Bure with it. Branislav Bure up to Albrechtsen. Albrechtsen back to Nikola. Nikola's shot denied there. And Smirnitov will get it away from danger for Chicago. Trip there. So I believe it's Albrechtsen or Bure. It will be Matty Albrechtsen. Guilty of the trip there for Minnesota. So he will take a seat. The easy trip call there. So now Chicago on the power play once again. They scored on their last two power plays. Benedict and Skav with the power play markers. Faceoff will be won by Rain. Over to Nikola. Nikola will continue to skate. He'll get it up ice. It'll be Ricky Ramsey. Ramsey hit hard there. Rain trying to come in shorthanded. Bjornsson to Ramsey. And now Nikola will have it at the point and he'll lose it there to Mills. Mills continues to skate. He'll get around Nikola. In front, Gross. Denied by Mateka, and he'll hold right there. Ellis against McNaughton. Ellis. Kovalchuk can't get the shot away. Kovalchuk now blocked aside. Not sure what the call. They're going to call interference on Thomas Bjornsson here. So another penalty call to Minnesota. The frustration boiling over for the Norse. Face-off won by Chicago. Skav. 5-on-3 here. Pekkanen down low gets it knocked away. Mills over to Pekkanen. They score. So it will be Folke Pekkanen on the 5-on-3. Makes it an 8-3 game for the Lakers here. 3:20 left, and they will still have a minute 51 of man advantage time here. Nikola now will flip it in. Skav with it for Chicago. He'll go up ice to Ellis. Ellis enters the blue line. Kovalchuk in tow. Kovalchuk denied by Mateka. And he'll hold right there. Exactly 3 minutes left here in the third and final period from Chicago. We do have one more game coming up here tonight. A cross-country and international match coming up here. Mateka, and that one it will go through. So Konstantinov, he scores another own goal. I don't blame him on either one. He's just trying to get to the puck. It would have crossed the line anyway. but it still technically, I guess, is going to go down as an own goal. David Boothman with the power play goal there. Gross now across. He'll get blocked off there. Boothman back to Draper. Slap shot goes wide. Mills with it. Mills tries to skate to the middle, and Kovac will take it away. So 9-3 here. Again, we entered the period 2-2. And now we will, as we see what's happened here in Minnesota with an implosion of all implosions, giving up 7 goals here. That is now a PIHANA record for any period. 7 goals for the Chicago Lakers. And they're looking for more. Gross goes wide. Boothman in front, and Matejka will get on top of that and hold. Ellis kicks it forward, but Nikola will be the first one on it. Up to Bure. Bronislav Bure. Minute left here in the third period. Minnesota just ready to get this over with. The Chicago fans enjoying every bit of this home win here. Kovalchuk will flip in. Konstantinov behind the net. Flips it up ice. Kovalchuk with it. He'll lose it to Albrechtsen. Get it across to Bure. Bure turns. He'll be hit hard there by Ellis. And Ellis, they're going to call a penalty here. They're going to call boarding. Yes, so a boarding call on Deontay Ellis with the hit on Bronislav Bure there. So now 4 straight power play goals for Chicago, and Minnesota now sees if they can just get a second straight power play goal here. Puck will be flipped all the way down. 25 seconds left here. Kovachenko now up ice to Albrechtsen. Albrechtsen brings it in. Albrechtsen still with it. Now it'll come on net to Hawk. He'll get a glove on top of that and hold. Face off one, Kovachenko. Shot gets blocked in front, and Mills now will skate away with Havlicek. Havlicek denied there, and Matejka will hold. Face off one there by, and now McNaughton on the breakaway with 4 seconds left. McNaughton with a chance, and he's denied by Hawk. So a great big save to finish off the game. And that is going to do it. The final horn sounds. And the Chicago Lakers, with a dominant third period, come away with a 9-3 victory over the Minnesota Norse here at home. Go ahead and enjoy the highlights coming up here. We'll join you for our post-game coverage coming up right after this. All right, folks, thank you for joining us for our post-game coverage here from Lakeside Medical Arena as the Chicago Lakers put up an absolutely dominant third-period performance against the Minnesota Norse here, winning 9-3. Again, we entered the third period 2-2, and Chicago comes away with a 6-goal win here with a great third period. Total shots on net, Chicago dominating there, 49-28 for Minnesota. Hits, they also dominate 43-33. So Chicago might have just been an Eddie Sala was good enough through the first 40 minutes. So Chicago, looking at the stats, looking like they just dominated this entire game here. Faceoffs won will go in favor of Chicago 31-20. Power plays, Chicago goes 5 of 8, and Minnesota goes 1 of 4 with no shorthanded goals for either side. So we'll take a peek at the Chicago Lakers stats here from tonight. 3 3-point getters here tonight. Ellis and Pekkanen with a goal and 2 assists, and Semyon Kovalchuk with 2 goals and an assist. 2 points for Draper, Benedict, Boothman, and Skov. Draper with 2 assists, Benedict with 2 goals, Boothman and Scott with a goal and an assist each. And then our single point getters, just 2. Mills with an assist and Gross with a goal. So no points for Slavic, Avatangelo, Swisher, Havlicek, Petrovic, Smirnotov, Metz hurt early in the game, so you give him a bit of a pass. Shero and Sokolov. Our shots leaders, Gross with 4, but I saw, Kovalchuk with 10, Ellis 7, Pekkanen 5, Boothman 5, Benedict 4, and Gross 4. And then our hits leaders, Deontay Ellis with 4, Marco Slavic 9, Abatangelo with 4, Petrovic with 4, Smirnotov with 3, and Skov with 3, so as well as Draper. Ellis with a +3, Tyrone Draper with a +4 on the evening tonight, +2 out of Pekkanen, and a +3 out of Roma Abatangelo as well. So a great performance there. And then the goaltending was not called on a ton, so that save percentage is not going to clear that 900 mark, but 28 shots against, 25 saves for a .893 save percentage. So Ben Hawk with another positive performance and helps the Lakers get another win to now jump into 3rd place in the America Division as they leapfrog the Empire here tonight. Now, New York could do something different about that coming up, as they will be in Calgary coming up next. But now we'll head to Minnesota on the other side of the score sheet here. 2 points for Nikola and Gavrchuk, 2 assists for Nikola and a goal and an assist for Gavrchuk, and then a goal for Rain and Chazaro. And then that's it. So only 4-point getters here on the Minnesota side of things. Konstantinov with none, Sikora, Bure, Bjornsson, Kovac, Cody, Albrechtsen, McNaughton, Kovachenko, Langenberg, Ramakers, Tumanen, Ramsey, Dalton, all without a point here tonight. Gavrchuk, the only plus on the board there with a +1. Oh, and then Ramakers there at the bottom also with a +1. Shots, Bure with 7, Rain with 5, Nikola with 4, Seraph and Cody only with 1. That's a bit surprising from a top liner there. And then our hits, Bjornsson with 4, Sikora 7, Konstantinov with 6, and then Nikola also with 6. And then the goaltending, Eddie Salo, despite giving up 7 goals, he still comes away with an .829 save percentage, so not the worst we've ever seen, but still a disappointing performance as he gives up 7 goals on 41 shots, again for an .829 save percentage. Blase Mateka then only faces 8 shots, gives up 2 goals for a .750 save percentage for him. Now we'll take a peek at some of the goals here tonight, see what we can see. We'll head to the first period. They do not have the Gavrchuk goal, the only goal of the first period. Second period, that Benedict goal. So Boothman with a great takeaway right outside the blue line, able to flip it down to Benedict, and then the backhand beats Eddie Salo there for the goal in the second period. But what everybody wants to talk about is this third period, and they're not going to show us all of them. They're only going to show us 5 of them here, so we might as well just take a peek at most of them. Pekkanen with an opportunity here. Be sent in front, and Pekkanen able to bury a pass on the power play goal. Skov with a power play goal fired right past. This was the goal that sent Eddie Salo to the bench. Right there as he fires it past Eddie Salo. Alex Benedict then here off the face-off win, gets to the slot area. Fires it past Eddie Salo there. Semyon Kovalchuk there, also in the third period. Jeez Louise. 4th goal, 3rd period. And so taken away there, and then yes, Kovalchuk buries it home. And then Deontay Ellis to start the period off the rebound. Stop there, and Salo unable to get back in position to stop Ellis there. And that's when the Avalanche just started. Lakers go on to score 5 straight after that to take the lead and basically put things away here tonight. So that's going to do it for our action here from Chicago. Again, we have another game here on a Friday night for you. It'll be in Calgary, Alberta, Canada at the Canadian Western Bank Center as the Stallions welcome in their international foes, the New York Empire. So I am Les Talk. Thank you so much for joining us here from Chicago. We're going to send you now out to Calgary for the Empire and the Stallions. Thank you, folks.